we want to talk about updating your space, but not removing everything.
Right.
And we talked a little bit about that with Leanne, like just how easy you can sort of update a space. You can do the same thing in your exterior by just changing a few small things.
It's so true. And you know, when you think about decorating a living room or dining room or even a bedroom, we always encourage people not to just go and buy a whole set of furniture and stick it in the space. If you mix and match pieces, it feels more eclectic, it feels more curated over time, it feels more personal. And I think we can apply that same theory outside too. So if you have furniture, a few pieces have seen some better days and they need to go, you don't necessarily have to replace everything, which is super expensive. You can just swap in some new pieces to make it feel designed and new and fresh, right?
Yeah, a little bit fresh.
So we have this love seat here from Canadian Tire, and we have a coffee table here. They look great. They're in great condition. Chairs, not so much. So let's try this one in here. And there's 3 things you need to think about when you're replacing a few pieces. You want to think about scale, style, and color. Okay. So we've got a great color here. It matches really well. The style, I think, would work okay too if we threw a cushion on there, but the scale is not working.
It seems small.
It feels too small.
Yeah.
So this one's not going to work. This would be more suited to, let's say, your front porch or in a smaller backyard, maybe with a little side table in between, but it's getting lost in this configuration,
I agree.
So let's try our second one.
Another one.
Yep. So then we've got this one.
Yeah.
So the scale's working a little bit better here. We've got a similar color in the cushion, but the color is not different enough. If you're going to switch,
it's off.
Right? If you're going to switch up the color, you want it to be quite dramatically different, or else it doesn't feel intentional. This almost feels like the old piece that you needed to get rid of because it's more faded than the other pieces.
Right.
It's beautiful, but not with this grouping here.
I agree with you.
So that's a no.
Yeah, that's a no.
So let's try this one.
I feel like I'm going to like this one.
I really like this one.
Yeah.
So the scale's working even better.
Yes.
It's got a similar texture, but it's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit fancier.
It is.
Right? And I like the height of it. And the color's very similar, so it works, especially when you add accessories that tie it in with everything else that's going on.
Yes.
It feels like part of the set.
Okay, so this is an option.
Right. This one I think is a really good option.
Yeah.
And again, if you see this chair and you really like the lines, but the cushion maybe is in a color that doesn't work with your space, or you like this new cushion color and you don't like those, you can just replace your covers and that unifies the whole look as well.
That's right. So you would get that done. You would either do it DIY or you would get someone, not DIY.
No.
Okay, you're like me.
You could maybe, but not me.
I can't.
No, I can't sew anything.
Okay. So an easy way to do it is to find someone that can do slip covers for you, right? And then you can have a few options, especially in that outdoor fabric.
Well, exactly. And the thing I like about this chair too is that it's multi-purpose. So when you're not having a conversation, let's say you're having a dinner party outside, you could pop 2 of these at the end of the dining table for extra seating, right? So it's versatile, which I really like.
Okay,
and again, these are from Canadian Tire too. So here's, oh boy,
that's the
glad I worked out this week. Okay. And we're in.
Okay.
So here's the final chair, and I feel like this one has...
It's too big. Do you think it's too big?
No, here's the thing. I like the style, I like the scale, and I like the color. If everything's the same height, especially in an outdoor space, nothing feels special.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Nothing stands out.
Yeah.
So I think this one is probably my favorite because it adds a little bit of height to the space. It's super comfortable.
Is it part of this set or is it not? Because it almost looks like it is the same.
It's part of, well, they're both from Canadian Tire, and that's a tip that I have for you. If you have a set that you bought somewhere, when you're replacing a few pieces, always start at that store and go back, because they'll either carry that set again the next year or pieces that will work with it.
That's very true.
Right?
Very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so we've found 2 chairs that might work.
There are 2 chairs. Yeah, just think about scale, style, and color.
Good stuff, Sarah.